Our school, Michael Nagar Shikhaniketan, government-sponsored co-ed English medium higher secondary, has taken an excellent initiative in conducting online classes through YouTube channel. Even in this pandemic situation, our school did not step aback in providing and enhancing knowledge to the students. So, it's a request to the viewers, please like, comment and subscribe.
So today we are going to continue with the next video of human body. Okay, so now what happens, last day what we have learned, we are continuing with the structure of the heart. So we have learned about the we have learned about the chamber of the heart. Now what we have learned, that in the chamber of the heart is being divided into 4 parts. Okay, so first is what? First is right auricle and the left auricle, and the next one is right ventricle and the left ventricle. Okay, now the auricles, what they does, they receive the blood. Okay, and the ventricle what they does, they send the blood. Okay, now right auricle and right ventricles receive and send the impure blood, and the left auricle and left ventricle what they does, they send the blood to either to the lungs or to the body. We will do it another time. The right auricle and the right ventricle is sending the blood either to the lungs or to the body. Similarly, the left auricle and left ventricle are sending the blood, are receiving the blood, are sending or receiving the blood to the lungs or the body. Clear? And their work is sending or receiving the pure blood. Their work is sending or receiving the impure blood. Clear? Now, I think this is quite clear to all of you. Now what we are going to learn, we are going to go to the next part in order to learn about the various walls of the various layer of the heart. Okay, in the next slide what will happen, in the next slide the 3 layers of the heart being, we are going to learn about the 3 layers of the heart. Okay, there must be a question that why this 3 layer is being taught now, why the chambers are being taught before, because the only answer is that I want everybody to understand there is another part that you will learn that will be better understood if you learn the layers of the heart now. The most important thing that is not been mentioned over there here, that the heart itself is having the covering of double layer which is transparent, is called the pericardium. Okay, the heart is having the double layer transparent covering, that is called as pericardium. Now after that what happened, there are 3 layers of the tissue on the heart wall. One is the outer layer, that is known as epicardium, outer layer. Next is the myocardium, that is the middle layer, and then third is the endocardium, that is the inner layer. Okay, on the next what we are going to learn, why I have told this now, we will learn that in the next slide. So what happens in the next slide, we will learn about the septum of the, now what is septum? Septum is the wall that is present in between the article and the ventricle. Okay, so we are having the wall in the outside of the heart, that is being divided into epi, myo and endocardium, and the outer transparent layer is called the what? Is called the pericardium. Now the chamber of the heart is being divided by the septum, known as is divided by the wall that is known as septum. Now the wall which is dividing the article is called the arterial septum. The wall which is dividing the wall which is dividing two ventricle is called the ventricular septum. Okay, on the next what we are going to learn, we are going to learn about the structure of the heart. Okay, now what happens in a structure of the heart, the device that controls the flow of the fluid through the pipe. Now what happened, the valve is generally monitoring the flow of the fluid in the heart. So if you want to monitor something, what you cannot sit in the home and monitor. coming inside the classroom or not. So what you have to do, you cannot sit in the classroom, you have to stand in the door. Similarly, what happened in this case also, in the junction of the two, in the junction of the two valves, or in the gateway of the valves, in the gateway of the chambers, on the junction of the chambers, what happened? The valves are present. Okay, number one is tricuspid valve. Tricuspid valve is located between the right atrium and right ventricle. Okay, right atrium and right ventricle means which one is right atrium? This one, this one. Okay, so tricuspid valve is present over here. The pulmonary valve is between the right ventricle and the pulmonary artery. So what happened? Right ventricle is of course present over here. So over here the pulmonary valve is present. So in the case what happens that, so we will revise it another time, in between the right atrium and right ventricle, what is present? The tricuspid valve is present. What is pulmonary valve? Located between the right ventricle and the pulmonary artery, that is over here. Clear? Next, the mitral valve located between the left atrium and left ventricle. Left atrium and left ventricle means left is this one. Okay, so over here the mitral valve is present. Aortic valve is present between the aorta and the left ventricle. That means over here. Clear? Now on the next slide, what we are going to learn? We are going to learn about the specific muscles which are being helping this valve. Okay, now first is the coordinate tendon and papillary muscles. Now what happens? The structure of mitral and tricuspid valve, when the artery contract, the coordinate tendon has slacks and hanging the thread of the connective tissue, just like this. So now what we are going to learn? We are going to learn about the coordinate tendon and the papillary muscles of the AV valve. Now what happens? The structure on the mitral and the tricuspid valve, when the arteria contract and the coordinate tendon has slacks hanging the thread of the connective tissue. Now when the ventricle, similar condition occurs in the ventricle, then what happens? It pushes against the bottom of the valve, causing them to balloon up just like this. Okay, just like the parachute, it balloons up, and papillary muscle contracts and pulling the coordinate tendon into the valve, and it is closed. Okay, means what is happening in the closing and opening of the valve, these muscles are being playing a great role. Clear? This is, I think you don't this you have to understand by the concept only, okay, that where these muscles are present. If you understand that where these muscles are present, the function will be automatically clear in your mind. Okay, next what happens? Next, in the next slide what we are going to learn? We are going to learn about the blood vessels. Okay, now what happened? There are three types of blood vessels are present. One, artery, they carry the oxygenated blood to the different parts of the body. They carry the oxygenated blood to the different parts of the body. Next is what? Veins, they carry the deoxygenated blood to the heart from the different parts of the body. It carries the oxygenated blood to the different parts of the body. And veins, what does? It carries the blood from the different parts of the body. And what kind of blood? Deoxygenated. It is carrying oxygenated, it is carrying deoxygenated. And these two blood vessels are being connected together by another blood vessel, that is called the capillaries. Okay, now in the next slide what we are going to learn? We are going to learn about the inferior vena cava and superior vena cava. Okay, so it is one of the extension of the blood vessels. So what is superior vena cava? Superior is the lower vena cava, which the two large veins that carries the deoxygenated blood from body to the right artery. So what is happening? From the lower part of the body, it carrying the deoxygenated blood to the right atrium. As we have learned that the atrium is receiving the blood. Next, the inferior vena cava carries from the lower part, the lower of the inferior vena cava carries the blood from the lower half of the body, just we have learned just now. Next what happened, the superior vena cava carries the blood from the upper half. Upper half, what is that? Upper half means from this portion. Okay, so it is carrying that blood from this portion. Even for 2 seconds I even got confused. So what happens, and the next what happened, the pulmonary vein transport the oxygenated blood back to the heart. So what happened, the pulmonary veins, what it is doing, it is carrying the oxygenated blood to the heart from the lungs. See, lungs is generally what doing, generally the purification is mostly done in the lungs. Okay, it takes away the deoxygenated, it purifies the oxygenated blood by taking the waste material from there or rather carbonated material from there, and it gives the oxygen to the blood, and that blood is being carried by whom? That blood is being carried by the pulmonary veins. Next is what? Pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery, what it does, it moves the deoxygenated blood from heart to lungs. Okay, from heart to lungs, it means just the opposite one. Next is what? Aorta. Aorta, what is aorta is doing? This artery is responsible for transporting the oxygen-rich blood from the heart to the rest of the body. Okay, so oxygenated blood is being transported by the aorta, and it is one of the important thing. Aorta is the largest blood vessels in our body. The aorta begins from the left ventricle of the heart and extending to the upward into the chest of the heart. So the length, can you imagine, it is just getting from here to here. So next is what? Next is the position of this. So what happens, see, similarly, as the inferior vena cava is present in the lower part, it is carrying the the deoxygenated blood from the lower part. Superior vena cava is present in the upper part because it is carrying the deoxygenated blood from the upper part. Pulmonary veins, pulmonary arteries is present over here, it carrying the deoxygenated blood to the heart, and it is carrying the oxygenated blood from the heart. Clear? Aorta, one of the largest blood vessels, it is carrying the oxygenated blood from the heart. Clear? So this is one of the structure. This picture you can get anywhere. Just look around it in order to understand the function of the blood vessel. Okay, see what happens in mostly in this the human body. The most thing can be understood if you learn the picture. Okay, once you understand the connection of this blood vessel, it will be very easy for you to understand. Don't go through the picture that is only given in the book. Okay, try to go through the flow diagram or see another kind of things are being given in another sources in order to better understand this part. Clear? So on the next what we are going to learn? We are going to learn about the function of the heart. Okay, so one, what is generating the blood pressure? The blood pressure is being generated. What is blood pressure? We will learn about in the next slide only. Routing the blood, heart, separate the pulmonary and the systematic circulation, of course. The ensuring the one-way blood flow means one way for the deoxygenated and another way for the oxygenated. It does not get mixed up. Okay, regulating the blood supply, the proper regulation of the blood supply to changing the metabolic needs. Okay, what is metabolic needs? Whenever the biological chemical reaction occur in the body, that is called the metabolism. And for that reaction we need specific thing, and that is being circulated by the blood, and this blood is being purified, or blood is being circulated by whom? It is being circulated by the heart. In the next slide we are going to learn about the circulation of the blood. Now how we have learned about the various terms. Okay, now what we are going to learn? We are going to learn about how the heart circulation mainly occur. Okay, it will be an overview for you as well. So what happened, from the superior vena cava and inferior vena cava, the blood is getting into the right atrium, and it is moving from by the tricuspid valve which is present between right atrium and right ventricle. Okay, we have learned that it is the junction. Next, from the right ventricle it is going to the pulmonary artery. Okay, in order while going from right ventricle to the pulmonary artery, it has to pass through the pulmonary valve. Next, from pulmonary artery artery, it is from pulmonary artery, it is reaching the lungs. After getting purified to the lungs, it is reaching left atrium, then left ventricle, then the aorta, which is the largest blood vessel, and on the next what we are having the on the next what is occurring, it is going to the rest part of the body. See, I have tried to get the simplest picture for you all, so that it will be easy for you to understand how this circulation is occurring. Okay, if you remember this in this way, this concept is in this way, it will be very easy for you to remember that how the circulation is occurring or what is the function of this particular thing. Clear? So, on the next slide, what we are going to learn? We are going to learn about the different terms. First is the heartbeat. What is heartbeat? The movement of the heart when the blood is being pumped. Next is pulse pressure. Pulse pressure is the difference between systolic and systole and diastolic blood. I hope everybody understand what is systole and diastole. Blood pressure, the blood pressure is the force of pushing the blood into the, in what force the blood is being running in our body by the artery, that is being calculated or that is being seen through the blood pressure, and normal blood pressure is what? Below 120. It is generally being considered between 80 to 120. So you can write below 180, that is also correct only. The cardiac cycle, the performance of the heart from ending of one heartbeat to the beginning, means once the one heartbeat is ended and just in the 0.6 second only the another heartbeat started. So that is the cardiac cycle. Okay, pulse rate, the heartbeat measures the number of time the heart beats per minute. Means in particular minute how many times the heartbeat occurs, that nearly I think 70 to 80 I guess. So that is being measured by whom? That is being measured by the pulse rate. So in the next what we are going to learn? We are going to learn about the several heart diseases. See, whenever we are learning about the particular internal organ, it is very important to understand that what kind of defects are being they are facing or what kind of defect that particular thing is facing. Okay. So this heart disease refers to the various types of condition that affect the heart function. Okay. This type is the coronary artery, one is the atherosclerotic, the heart disease that affect the arteries of the heart disease that affect the arteries. Another one is valvular, that affect how the valve function, regulate the blood flow in and out of the so what happens, sometimes the valve gets blocked somehow. Okay, in the artery, coronary artery also similarly, if the artery is somehow blocked, then we say that coronary artery disease has occurred. The cardiomyopathy, that affects the heart muscles to squeeze, means if suddenly the heart muscles get hardened or somehow get affected, then it will be very hard from them to contract and relax. Okay. Heart rhythm disturbance, if the heart electrical conduction, generally heart rhythm occurs by the electrical conduction of the body. Okay, there is an electrical impulse present in our body that conduct this heart rhythm. Okay, if that is being disturbed, then heart rhythmic disturbances occur. Then heart infection, where the heart has the structural problem to the before breathe. Okay, if there is some structural problem is occurring in the muscles of the heart, then we are saying the heart infection. Okay. On the next what we are going to learn, we are going to learn about the sources. Okay. So, these are some of the sources, I hope it is quite visible to you. So, these are some of the sources which I have used in order to get the information about this video. Okay. So, you can use this. Okay, and there are many other which are present over here. You can go through your book as well. I hope everybody is having a decent book in their place. Okay, thank you so much for this video. We will learn about the next part in the next video. Okay.
Subscribe. Click on the bell. Like, comment, share.